Greetings to everyone listening to me now. I am Emeka Ishirin. I want us to continue from where we stopped. I have received some comments, some messages, some complaints. Some people said that we are preaching regional government, but they want outright Biafra immediately. And some people said they don't want to have anything to do with Nigerian constitution, that even the restructuring or the devolution of power using the same legislators, that it is wrong, that there is nothing like Nigerian constitution, that Nigeria has failed, that the constitution is illegal, and that the National Assembly is illegal, and so on and so forth, that all they want is to pull down the constitution entirely. While some people say they don't want regional government, they want Biafra immediately, and some say they don't want the due process, the legal methodology, that what they want is war. Well, at a time like this, we need to understand a lot of things. If you look at the Bible, in 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32, among the people that gathered as soldiers, who gathered together with David, the Bible described a group. He called them the sons of Issachar. He said that they were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. Men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. You see, this thing about understanding, wisdom, knowledge is very important. Leadership is not every person that can lead. Some can mislead you and send you to early grave. Some can guide you well, some can misguide you. This is dangerous. Leadership is actually dangerous because you can lead a whole nation to destruction. Leadership is very, very dangerous. You can use your tongue and twist and manipulate and mislead a whole nation to destruction. Listen, leadership is very, very dangerous because the future of a nation is hanging upon your shoulder. Any mistake you make will destroy the generations, even generations yet unborn. You have to be careful in a matter of leadership. Now, that place I quoted in the Bible said that among all those people that gathered together with David, there were sons of Issachar, men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. This is what we want now. Who are the men now? Who are the sons of Issachar today who know the times, who have understanding of the times to know what the Biafrans ought to do now? Listen, this is very, very serious. If you make a mistake, you wipe away the Igbo nation. In fact, you will bring a problem that will not be able to be solved in generations to come. So be careful how you lead. No matter how charismatic you think you are, or you can use your mouth and manipulate people, be careful because you will mislead the nation into terrible damnation if you don't take time. So leadership is not for everyone. You have to be wise. There has to be wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. How do we go from here? Let me not go into spiritual. Let us talk about physical, scientific knowledge. There's something called feasibility and viability studies. Fortunately, I am also a feasibility and viability appraiser. I was trained as a feasibility and viability appraiser at the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. I am a chartered estate surveyor and valuer, chartered valuation surveyor. I do project appraiser. I graduated in 1984. So some of you listening to me may be my juniors, or some of you may be my colleagues. So in every project, you need to sit down to plan it, count the cost, know what to be done, what should be done, how it should be done, when it should be done. Feasibility and viability means, first of all, feasibility. Is it feasible? Is it doable? Is it achievable? When you consider whether it is feasible, achievable, then you consider whether it's viable. Is it really worth it? Is it worth it? So you have to consider a lot of things to decide whether it is feasible. Is it possible? If it is possible, is it possible in the now, immediately, or should it be in phases? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. If a project is complex, you now phase it out. Phase 1, you do this. Phase 2, then phase 3 before the last phase. So you have to consider many factors. The Biafran struggle is a complex or complicated project that requires feasibility and viability appraisal. And we have done that. After our feasibility studies, we now knew that Biafra freedom is possible, but it has to be in stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 1 has been accomplished, and which is called awareness creation. That has been done. Stage 2 is the regional autonomy. It is within the, when we get regional autonomy, that your regional parliament can now pass the bill of referendum for the people to vote yes or no, either to remain in Nigeria or to pull out. Just like Scotland is doing. Scotland is in the stage 2 because they have autonomy already. It is the Scottish parliament that passed the bill of referendum for the people of Scotland to vote yes or no. In the same way, when we get to Biafran regional autonomy, it is the Biafran regional autonomy that can make that bill, to pass the bill for us to vote yes or no. Until we get to that stage, that is what, in fact, that is the main thing now. We have to first push and get autonomy before the next step. I go 1 before I go 2. So please, take note and follow us by due process of law. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'll come again. God bless you as you share this message.